What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I am back here with another NCAA Football 14 UAB Blazers Dynasty. And today, your number 8. Yes, we cracked the top 10. We cracked the top 10. Like, this is no joke. Like, I literally crapped my pants when I saw that we were number 8 in the country. And today we're playing Southern Miss, one of our rivals, and obviously, you know, this is going to be a big game. It's at Southern Miss. We played, I think, at Southern Miss all 3 years that we faced them so far. It's like, when can we get a home game against these guys? I don't know. But if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you guys drop a like. And if you're new to this kind of stuff at all, hey, hit that subscribe button. And it's going to be a fun game today. Obviously, we're trying to win and try and keep our top 10 status. Because, hey, that would be pretty awesome if we could, you know, end up, like, you know, in the top 5 even. You know, we've been playing so well that, you know, it just seems right. It just seems right, guys. So we're going to take a look at the top 25 here. You see Ohio State, Georgia Tech, UCLA, and Connecticut are in the top 4 undefeated teams. We're sitting at number 8. Other notables in there are TCU at number 12. Virginia Tech dropped all the way down to 15. And they took a big L on that one. And Nebraska's in there at 22. Oklahoma 23. I feel like they should be ranked higher. You know, that's just me, though. I mean, 6-2, and, you know, they've been kind of floating around 23, 24, you know, the bottom half of the top 25 for pretty much the whole season. But that's just how the rankings work, I guess. But you're still looking here at the Conference USA standings, and you see that we're still undefeated in conference play. Obviously, anything can happen still, where we could probably take a loss, but we're still going to go out there and do everything we can to come out with a win. Obviously, Southern Miss is like one of those teams that's kind of been ish back. Like last year, they were awful, and this year they kind of improved from last year, so they're making progress at least. But anyway, we're gonna get on with this game against Southern Miss. Hopefully, you guys got your popcorn and all your little drinks ready, because this is gonna be a good one today, guys. I hope to see you there. It should be good.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The Blazers have not only put together a nice winning streak, they're starting to play at a much higher level, and they've energized their entire campus. Now the question is, will they be able to handle everybody on campus, patting them on the back, telling them how good they are, and telling them how they expect a big win in this one? That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Fred Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Welcome to MMM Roberts Stadium, home of the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, as the number 8 UAB Blazers are going to take on these guys here and looking for their, I think, 9th win of the season, if I'm not mistaken. We're 8-1 right now. We're looking to go 9-1, and that's something that's just incredible. You take a look at Keith Brown. He's taking this one past the 30 to the 40 to the 45, and he's taken down after a nice return right there. Here comes Chris Jones, our school's best quarterback. I think this school has ever, you know, seen since, you know, remember the days of Jason Johnson when he first stepped into the helm of when Justin Cutler went down that first year, and then Jason Johnson just kind of just took over and started just putting up points like it's nothing. So this guy here is probably pretty much like the second coming of Jesus at UAB. So anyway, Doug Nash down inside the 10 already. 36-yard pickup. We're moving the ball with some efficiency in the first drive. I like it. You know, who wouldn't like it, though? So, anyway, then around 1st and goal, here's Chris Jones looking over the middle. That's intercepted by Coleman. And, yeah, that happened. So now we got to go out and play defense and try and, you know, continue to prove our dominance on defense. We've been doing pretty good on defense this year. It's been improving pretty much every year of the dynasty. But, you know, we still have our moments where we're just like, okay, come on, why is this happening? But anyway, we do make the stop right there, so we end up getting the ball back here in good field position, too. 3rd down and 1 here. Here's handoff to Keith Brown. He gets a first down to about the 27-yard line, pickup of 8 yards. And, you know, field position's obviously going to play a big part in today's game, as it's been raining all game, and it's, you know, going to continue to be like that. And you know, like I said, with rain, it's going to be harder to catch the ball. It's going to be harder to, you know, hold on to the football. And you know, we got to be extra tight with it today. Field position means everything today. So handoff, Keith Brown, touchdown Blazers, and that's too easy. It's now 7-0 Blazers. As here comes the Golden Eagles here on 1st and 10. Here is their quarterback Newell in the shotgun, and he is going to try and step back, look left side, caught by Cunningham, and Cunningham steps out about the 39-yard line for a pickup of 13 yards, and that first down has been picked up. 3rd down and 8 here for the Golden Eagles. Newell dropping back, looking left side, and it's going to be incomplete, as that one's out of bounds, way out, and that's going to force the punt. We're going to get the ball back here in just late in the first quarter. This has been a very low-scoring affair so far. Usually the offense has been scoring a couple touchdowns at this point in the game, but we're, again, going to have to punt the football because we can't complete a pass. And now handoff to Parrish, as he's going to get himself a first down past midfield, and for a pickup of 15 yards, he's going to move the chains. It's kind of like, you know, one thing that I think this defense kind of still struggles with is defending the read option and defending the no huddle. But with a team like Southern Miss, it's kind of easier to defend the no huddle. Although it still has its moments, they're like the easiest team to defend the no huddle with. They really are. 2nd down and 5 here for the Golden Eagles. Newell handed off to Parrish, and he's gonna get that first down. Kawika Parrish, say that 3 times fast. Anyway, 1st down and 10 here for the Golden Eagles. Here's Newell dropping back, looking, has no time, and he's taken down for the sack. Look at that. Very next play, William Fry's like, you can sit down. And now later on, 3rd down and 17, they're going to try and hurry up back to the line of scrimmage. With 4:40 here to go in the second quarter, here is Newell dropping back, looking left side end zone, and it's intercepted by Jared Lewis. Oh, he went to Jared, and that's not something that he should be doing anyway, because it doesn't end up with a ring on his girl. It ends up, you know, costing him the ball. So Donald Hills picks up 11 yards and a first down. Donald Hills has been kind of just quiet today, but we haven't been going deep. We haven't been taking chances for some reason with him going deep anyway. We've been kind of going underneath all game, kind of like what I do in the Dolphins franchise. We're trying out different stuff, I guess. We'll see. We're seeing how it works out, and you know, things that I try to run at least a couple different new plays every single game. But look at Keith Brown. Keith Brown is gone on a screen pass, and literally nobody caught up to him until he was about near the end zone anyway. So it's now 14-0 UAB. Number 8 UAB. Hey, you know, we're the real deal. We're UAB. We're supposed to be. We're one of the top contenders in college football, even though it didn't start like that anyway. We turned out to be one of the best ones, and now with like all this momentum, what will we do with it come next season? That's one of the biggest questions I think I have, is what's going to happen after this year, or after Chris Jones leaves, and after Keith Brown leaves, and after Devin Lemon leaves, because I think Lemon and Brown are seniors, and Chris Jones will be back next year. He'll be a junior. He's a junior right now, but what will happen after he's gone? I mean, obviously we got a lot of recruits that are going to come in, but how will they perform? All this other stuff that we need to find out like soon. So we want to keep this dynasty, we want to keep this team relevant inside the top 25, because that would just be like amazing, wouldn't it? Just to see this team be a constant top 25 team year in and year out. It would just make this dynasty more worth it. So 2nd down and 3 here, handoff, read option, he tricked me, and he got the first down because of it. So now they're inside the 10-yard line. They're in touchdown range now. So, you know, could they score? Maybe. Well, later on in 3rd down and goal here from about the 6, they're in the shotgun here with Newell trying to put his tight end in motion, and we're going to see what they can do here. Newell looking, and he's going to get taken down for the sack as William Fry and Joseph Bates kind of came in together and just said, no, you're not going to have that. And now they're going to settle for the field goal here with about a minute to go in the half. So the kick is up, and it is good. It's now 14-3, and we're going to try and make it a quick score before halftime. Getting in field goal range is a must. So now Jones firing deep over the middle. Donald Hills with the catch and the first down pickup of 20 yards. And the chains are moving. I like it when the chains are moving, you know. Everybody likes it when the chains are moving. So now later on, 1st and 10, Jones dropping back way back, looking over the middle. Donald Hills, but he coughs up the ball. And Jordan picks it up, and now Southern Miss, you know, they get to start the third quarter off with only an 11-point deficit instead of possibly having a 2-touchdown lead for us. So you got to hang on to the ball in these kind of situations, you know. That's what happens in the rain, I guess. But the ball becomes just a little bit more slippery. 3rd down and 6 here for Southern Miss. What can we do on defense to stop them from getting any closer? They get out another completion right here to Cunningham, and he gets the first down. Andre Cunningham with, I think, his third catch of the day. And, Southern Miss, like I said, they're having their moments. They have one of those moments again on, they're, like I said, easiest no-huddle team to stop in the game. But, they still have their moments where they just like to go on these little spurts and get first downs and stuff. And it's honestly a headache. So 3rd down and inches, hand off to Devin Lemon, and like I said, he makes the freshest lemonade on the block, and he gets that first down, keeping the chains moving. You know we like them chains moving. So now later on, 2nd down and 10 here. Jones drop it back, looking over in the middle. It's caught by Green. I think that was a screen pass. So now that's a quick screen, very quick. So 1st down for 11 yards for Brian Green, the freshman wide receiver. And now 1st and 10 again. Jones drop it back, looking right side, caught by Doug Nash, and gets the first down. Doug Nash has been really efficient this year. Every time he gets the ball, it's like an angel getting their wings, like I said about Jay Ajayi. But anyway, we throw another interception right there. And, 3rd turnover of the game. I'm surprised we're even winning at this point. When we're turning the ball over constantly like this, it's just, we're not turning the ball over in, like, bad positions. Like, they're not taking it back, or, like, we're turning the ball over deep in our own territory. We're turning the ball over, I guess, deep into their territory. So it's, kind of a good thing that, our defense has been able to stand up and, not break down or anything like that. So I'm happy for our defense this game. It's been lights out all game. We get a 14-3 lead going near the 4th quarter now. Last play of the 3rd. Jones scrambling to his right, throwing it deep downfield. It's caught by Doug Nash. How did he catch that? I don't know. But he does get the first down, pick up a 30. So now 1st and 10 here to begin the 4th quarter, or 1st and goal actually. Jones dropping back, looking underneath, but he can't get Keith Brown in the end zone, and he fumbles the football. Another turnover deep into the enemy territory. And what are we doing? I don't know. I honestly don't know how we're winning this game. 4 turnovers, and yet we're still winning the game. Usually when you lose the turnover battle, I accidentally paused the game there. I was trying to get the guy, and I was like, oh shit, I accidentally pressed the start button. But later on, we're still making stops. That's always a good thing, right? So 4 turnovers, we're still winning the game. Defense, you're the real MVPs today. You guys are amazing. So 21-yard pickup, and it's not enough. We get a field goal later on because of it, but we had a lot of pass interference calls go their way, and we had a touchdown at one point, but it got called back. So now it's 17-3 here. This is a very low-scoring game. One of the lowest-scoring games I think we've had in our dynasty, if I'm not mistaken. But they're still trying, and I like their effort. Southern Miss is putting up a good effort today, and will they come back? I highly doubt it, because their offense has just been inconsistent, ineffective, and these kind of strategies that just these quarterbacks like to do. Yeah, they work sometimes where they like to take off running, but sometimes they get taken down for sacks, and that's pretty much what's killed them today. They like to take their chances with running, and it showed right there. Like the quarterback's trying to take off running, and he gets taken down for a sack, and that's why my defense has been so efficient. It's stuff like that that's been happening. And now on 2nd down and 17 here with about 2.5 minutes to go here, what are they going to do here? What are they going to do? Are they going to step back and take another sack? Well, yeah. pretty much. So that's just 2 consecutive plays right there that just help boost my defense confidence, really. So it's 3rd down and 21. Newell dropping back again. He's gonna take another big hit, so that's 3 and out right there. Defense playing good, offense playing not so good. We've turned the ball over 4 times. You can't say your offense has been playing good when you commit 4 turnovers. I'll admit that. So 4th and 21. Newell trying to run for his life, and no, not happening. Heath Brown, you can deflect that and put it down. So now later on, I think we're just pretty much going to try and run the ball with Keith Brown. Be safe with the ball this time. 11-yard pickup, and he picks the 1st down. The Southern Miss is trying to use all their timeouts, and I'm going to try and waste all my time just running the ball anyway. So Jones again getting that 1st down, picks up 8 yards. And I'm going to continue to run the ball as well. I like running the football. It's one of my favorite things to do in this game, especially when we have a lead. And handoff again to Keith Brown, bouncing it to the outside, and he's got daylight. He's got a touchdown, and it's now 24-3 in the defense. Man, MVPs today, man. The offense, I wouldn't say performed all that great, especially since we committed 4 turnovers. If anything, offensive player of the game goes to Keith Brown. He had all the touchdowns today. I think he had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown off the screen pass. 24-3 win. We are now 9-1 on the year. Next week, next week is Florida International at Florida International. Should be a good one. Florida International likes to come hard and really give me headaches. Every team on this game gives me headaches. It's UAB after all. They weren't meant to be a powerhouse until just recently. But we're now in the top 10. Maybe move up to the top 5. Who knows how everything will play out. See Keith Brown, player of the game. He did get all 3 touchdowns that we scored. 2 rushing, 1 receiving. So obviously player of the game. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy today's UAB Blazers Dynasty, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like. And if you are new to this at all, if you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You guys are the most amazing supporters I think I've ever seen in my life, and y'all deserve the best. I wish I could bring this out every day, but obviously I got other series, and I can't because I want to put out other series. But until next time, my name is Sin with Vengeance. Again, you guys have been amazing as always, and I'm gonna hit the road. Peace.